It is time for our proportion and percents workout number 16. Today we are working with percent strips. So percent strips are or percent bars, which is probably the way you've heard it before, is a way to use a percent bar in order to solve for a percent. So your percent goes along the top, the numbers that correspond go here. And so if we want to find 91% of 60, we would set up the proportion 91 over 100 equal to x over 60. Okay, a really quick indicator or an easy way to remember, this is your is, this is your of. This is always 100. And then this is the given percent. Okay, so there's kind of the way that we set up when we solve percent problems. Okay, so let's look here. It says fill in the blanks to find 91% of 60. And so 60 is on the bottom. It's across from 100, so it's my total. So that's why I line that up there. And then 0% and 0 line up here on the far end. They want me to tell them what 10% is. Well, if 100% is 60, then I can divide 60 by 10, and that should tell me what 10% is. And 60 divided by 10 is 6. Now, if I take this 10% here and make it 1%, I've divided by 10, so I'm going to divide here by 10, and that gives me 0.6. Okay, so this is 6/10. Now, if I know, so here 60 gets me my total, 6% is 10%. I want 90%, so I can do 60 minus 6, or I can do 6 times 9. Either way, we get 54 is 90%, but we want 91%. So I'm going to add my 1% to 54, so it's 54.6. And if you don't believe me, you can stop the video and use a calculator to check my answer, or you are more than welcome to have your teacher work it out, or work it out over here by cross multiplying and dividing. Let's try the next problem. Fill in the blanks to find 12.5% of 60. So this is what usually throws y'all when y'all get these half percents, but this is a benchmark percent because it is half of 25. Okay, we're still using 60, so we're here at 60 and 100. At 50%, that's the same thing as 1/2. So half of 60 is 30. Half would be 25% of 50, so that would be 15. And then half again, halfway again, half of 15 is 7.5. And so our answer is 7.5. Now, if we were going to write the traditional proportion for this and solve, the given proportion is 12.5. You're going to leave that decimal in there just because that is the percent. So 12.5, if that's the percent, it goes over 100. Just leave the decimal in it. And then we are looking for of 60. So 60 goes here on the bottom. And then X goes here on the top. And you would cross multiply and divide. I like this method. I think that this is faster because here we'd be multiplying 12.5 times 60 and then dividing by 100, or just moving the decimal 2 times, however you think of that. So you can do a lot of different things, okay? Just make sure that you're paying attention to that. You can always resort to this, but this is a great method and a great strategy as well. All right, let's try our last one. Fill in the blanks to find 125% of 60. So notice now we're going to go above 60 to 125%. And percents can be greater than 100. So if we wrote this as a proportion, the 125, since it's the percent, is still going to go over 100. And then our of 60 would look like this, x over 60, like so. Okay, but we're going to do it with our percent bar. So we have 100% is 60. We know that half is 30. And then half of a half is 25. So that's 15. I don't really need the 25. I don't need 12.5 because I have 25% and I have 100%. So I'm going to add these and I get 15 plus 60 gives me 75. So, and 75 is more than 60, and that makes sense, guys, because 125 is greater than 100. And so we would expect this number where x is to be greater than 60. And then our last and final one, notice that we don't have as many bars here. That's totally fine. Show how you could find 40% of 60. So I'm going to go straight down here to 10%. I like 10 because it's so easy to get. There's my 10%, which is 6. 50% is halfway. 40% is probably right about here, okay? So to make 10% 40%, I multiply by 4. So I'm just going to multiply 6 times 4 to get to my answer of 24. And so 40% of 60 is 24. And that logarithm, that proportion would be 40 over 100, or you could even do 4 over 10. And then it would be x over 60. Okay, so that's a really quick way for you to use percent bars to solve percent proportion problems. And you can maybe even expect to see something like this in a question on the STAR test or on a test in class. So the expectation is that this is a strategy that you can use. You don't have to use it all the time, but it is one that you need to be able to recognize and be able to use and talk about in an answer or in a question. That's it for today. Good job, guys.